My dear friend, today we are going to talk about past perfect tense. First of all, we should know that what is the function of past perfect tense. Actually, past perfect tense is used when when two actions are in the past tense and the action which is done before another action in the past. So the first action which has been done should be used in past perfect tense. The next action should be used in past simple tense. For example, I had written the letter before he ordered me. मैंने पत्र लिख चुका था उसके ऑर्डर देने से पहले. The patient had died before the doctor came. डॉक्टर के आने से पहले पेशेंट मर चुका था. So you should know about it because many students they feel confusion in using past simple and past perfect tense. But you should know that past simple is past simple. Only it says that when an action starts in past and finishes in past. So just we use that. But when two actions happen in past time, so the action which is shown before the first action, so that is used in past perfect tense as I have given the example. Sometime occasionally people use perfect tense as one clause also, but when you use as one clause, for example, if you say that I had written the letter, so it is better to say that I wrote a letter in place of I had written the letter, because when you say I had written the letter, it means you want to say that मैं पत्र लिख चुका था. So if when you say मैं पत्र लिख चुका था, it means you should say मैं 7 बजे तक पत्र लिख चुका था. I had written the letter before 7 p.m. You can say like this, or before an action you can use that I had written the letter before he came. So this should be used for past perfect tense. Otherwise, simply you should say past indefinite. Past is past. For example, I visited Taj Mahal before you came at the gate. So I had visited Taj Mahal. This should be I had visited Taj Mahal before you came there. If I say that I visited Taj Mahal, so this should be used alone, not in past perfect. Because when you use had in third form, so the action happened before that action. Here we say in active and passive both, it is very important to use active and passive both together, because wherever we see that when we start the sentence with the object we should use passive voice, and where we start with a subject we should use active voice. For example, had you read the book, क्या तुम किताब पढ़ चुके थे before he came or at 7 o'clock? So yes, I had read the book by that time. No, I hadn't read the book by that time. वहीं पे passive में हम use करेंगे. We should say in passive, because here we should give the importance on book. Had the book been read by 7 p.m.? Had the book been read before you came? Yes, the book had been read. No, the book hadn't been read before you came. अगर ऐसे है कि had you written the letter before he came? Yes, I had written the letter before he came. No, I hadn't written the letter before you came or before he came. So I had written a letter or had you written a letter. But in passive we say that had the book been written. Had the book been written by you before he came? Yes, the letter had been written before you, before he came, or the letter hadn't been written before he came. Next, had you opened the door at 7 o'clock? Yes, I had. Or had you opened the door when he came? Yes, I had opened the door before he came. No, I hadn't opened the door. वहीं पे अगर हम डोर को पहले लाके डोर की इंपॉर्टेंस देंगे तो we should say that had the book been opened by you at 7 o'clock or when he came, when he knocked the door? Yes, the book had been opened. So in this way it is very important to use active and passive. We should practice together in this way. Then only we can improve our fluency. हम लोग अपनी फ्लुएंसी को इम्प्रूव करने के लिए बोथ एक्टिव एंड पैसिव दोनों की प्रैक्टिस करेंगे. और इट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू अंडरस्टैंड द टेंस एंड वॉइस इफ यू वांट टू, बिकॉज The native speakers, they practice since their childhood. That's why fluently they can use their English without knowing grammar. But here, all those who are living in foreign country, those who are not native in English, so we should know about it, that how to use the tense and voice. So for the students, it is very important. I'm sure you will improve this if you practice like this.